Don Quixote, Adventures of a Spanish Knight. Quixote. Many years ago, in a place called La Mancha in Spain, an old man lived with his niece. The old man had a big house with many fields. The house and the fields needed a lot of work, but the old man never had time. He was always too busy reading stories about knights. Stories are wonderful, but the man read all day, every day, and never did any work. You and your books, his niece said to him. Go out and look at your fields. But I'm reading about the Knight of the Black River, said the old man. Those knights are their silly stories, his niece said angrily. The old man read more, and soon he read all day, and all night too. He sold his fields because he wanted to buy more books, and because he never worked and never slept, he began to have many silly ideas in his head. I want to be a great knight like the kings in my books, he told his niece. I want to be a great knight like the knights in my books, he told his niece. I want to fight giants for my lady love. Don't be silly, uncle, said his niece. There are no knights now. There are no giants, and you don't have a lady love. But the old man had more and more silly ideas. One morning, he suddenly thought of something. There's a suit of armor in the house, he remembered. Now where is it? At least he found the suit of armor. It was old and dirty, but the man cleaned it carefully. The helmet was broken, so he put it together with green ribbons. There, he said. Now I can be a knight and have a great adventures. He went out to his old horse. You are the horse of a great knight now, he said, so you need a new name. I will call you Rocinante. The horse looked at him and then went on eating. And my name, he said, will be Don Quixote. Now I need a square. Don Quixote thought all knights have squares. Just then he saw a farm worker called Sancho. Outside his house, Sancho was a good man, but not very clever one. Sancho will be a good square, Don Quixote thought. I'll go and ask him. I would like to be your square, Sancho said to Don Quixote, but I can't leave my wife and daughter. We'll have a great adventures. Don Quixote said, we'll do good things for people, and we'll be rich. Sancho thought for a moment. I would like to have a great adventures, do good things, and be rich. Very well. Then, master, I will be your square. I will bring my donkey and come with you. Good, said Don Quixote. Tell no one about this, Sancho. We will leave tonight. Now I need one more thing, a lady love, thought Don Quixote. He remembered a farm girl from another village in La Mancha. She can be my lady love, he thought. and I will call her Delicia." That night Don Quixote and his squire Sancho rode quietly away from their village. Don Quixote went in front in his helmet with the green ribbons, and Sancho on his old donkey went behind. All the next day the two men rode it slowly on, but they saw nothing and met nobody. Then they came up a hill and saw some windmills. "Look at those giants, Sancho," said Don Quixote. "I will fight them and we will take their money." "I don't see any giants," said Sancho. "They're right there," said Don Quixote. "Look at their long arms." "But master," said Sancho, "those are windmills." "Sancho, those are giants," said Don Quixote. "I can see that you're afraid. Wait here and I will fight them." Before Sancho could stop him, Don Quixote started to ride fast towards the windmills. "Come back, master," Sancho shouted. But Don Quixote did not listen. When his horse Runate came near to one of the windmills, Don Quixote hit it with his lance. But just then the windmill started to turn and it broke his lance and threw him and his horse to the ground. Sancho ran to them. "Why did you do that, master?" "I wanted to fight those giants, but they turned into windmills and broke my lance," said Don Quixote. After their adventures with the windmills, Sancho and Don Quixote were tired, and they soon stopped for the night under some trees and made a fire. Sancho ate his dinner and then went to sleep. Don Quixote made a lance from an old tree, and then, like all good knights, he sat and thought of his lady love. Every day Don Quixote and Sancho rode on, and every day they had new adventures. One day they came up to a hill and saw two great clouds of dust on the road in front of them. The clouds of dust were from sheep, but because Don Quixote had many silly ideas in his head, he said, "Look, Sancho, it is the army of the great Emperor Elephant Farm, and the army of the King of Garmantas. They're going to fight, and the Garmantas will need my help." Don Quixote took up his lance and began to ride away down the hill. "Come back, master," cried Sancho. "They're not armies, they're sheep." But Don Quixote did not stop. He rode through the sheep and began to hit them with his lance. The sheepherds shouted at him and threw stones at him, but Don Quixote didn't listen. "Where are you, Elephant Foran?" he cried. "Come here and fight me." One stone hit Don Quixote and the hand, one stone hit him on the head, and at the last he fell from his horse. The sheepherds ran away from their sheep with their sheep, and Sancho hurried down to Don Quixote. "Why did you do that, master?" he asked. "They were sheep, not armies. The armies turned into sheep," Sancho," said Don Quixote. At home in Don Quixote's village, his niece was hearing strange stories about him. Last week he stole a man's bow because he thought that it was a helmet. She told her neighbor Samson. Then yesterday he tried fight the king's lion. "I shall go and find him," said Samson, "and I'll bring him home." For 6 days after that, Don Quixote stayed in bed. "The night of the white moon is greater than Don Quixote," he said sadly. "Never mind, master," said Sancho. "We can go home now, and forget about adventures. A night never breaks a promise." So at last Don Quixote and Sancho left Barcelona for their village. "I have an idea," Don Quixote said. "Let's be shepherds when we get home. I'll buy some sheep and we'll walk around the hills every day. We'll drink from the rivers, eat apples and oranges from the trees, and sleep under the moon." "Now that's a very good idea," said Sancho. When they arrived back in Don Quixote's house, his niece was there with Samson and Sancho's wife and daughter. "You're home, at least, uncle," his niece said. "Now no more stories about knights." "No," said Don Quixote. "But do we have any books about shepherds and sheep?"